In this video, we will look at the last part of the GI tract, mainly large intestine. The large intestine is connected to the ileum of the small intestine via the ileocecal valve, as shown here. Let's look at some of the main parts of the large intestine. The ileocecal valve is just before the cecum. Next, we have the appendix, which is a small finger-like structure at the end of the cecum. Next, we have the ascending colon. That's a straight portion, and a horizontal part called the transverse colon. And next, the descending colon, again a straight part that descends. And then it turns around in an S shape, and that's called the sigmoid colon. And that then opens into the rectum and then to the anal canal. The key features that are important in digestion and absorption are the following. The inside wall of the large intestine is mostly smooth in comparison to the small intestine. There are no villi present. There are some cells that have brush borders, and they are the ones that assist in some of the absorption we will talk about later in this video. The wall structure of the large intestine has both circular and longitudinal muscular layers, and these layers play an important role in gathering and creating small sacs or pouches. You almost see that in the image here for the general structure of the large intestine. These pouches or sacs in the wall of the large intestine are called haustra, and the location of the haustra changes with the wall contractions. So they move, but their movement is fairly slow. That allows absorption of the colonic content by the mucosa, and also allow the bacteria to grow. As we will note, there is a large bacterial population in the large intestine that is involved in fermentation. Now, if we look at the absorption of various nutrients, when the food enters the stomach, the ileocecal valve relaxes, and that allows the content from the small intestine to empty into the large intestine by opening up that ileocecal valve. And mostly that content is indigestible residues that were not digested in the small intestine, and also any of the remaining fluid. Now, most of the absorption in the colon is of water, sodium, and chloride. Also, the short-chain fatty acids that are produced by the action of the bacteria that are fermenting some of the indigestibles, and also vitamins that are synthesized by the colonic bacteria. Some of them are very important vitamins that are part of the human nutrition, and they include niacin, thiamine, which is vitamin B1, and vitamin K. The secretions in the large intestine involve sodium bicarbonate mucus solution, and the purpose of that is mainly to protect the large intestine mucosa, both from chemicals that are produced by the fermentation, and also for providing lubrication for the contents to be transported to the distal part of the large intestine. The large intestine contains considerable amount of bacteria. It is estimated that the adult colon contains anywhere from 10 raised to power 10 to 10 raised to power 12 bacteria per milliliter, and they are all anaerobic. Now, the slow movements of the hostra, as we noticed before, allow the bacterial fermentation. It's also estimated that the gut microbes weigh up to 4 pounds. There is a considerable ongoing research that is focused on the microbiome and how it impacts human health. In summary, the large intestine play an important role in absorbing water, some of the electrolytes like sodium, creating a balance of electrolytes, and bacterial fermentation that synthesizes certain important vitamins, impacting the general well-being, and some of those topics still under current research.